Alright. Here we are. Finally, I didn't expect it to take so long to stream again after Final Fantasy VII. Homework was stressful, and I didn't even get to finish. So I'm in a little bit of a down mood, but it'll be better once I start. I do want to say that I have heard mixed reviews about Call of Cthulhu, but while it's been mixed reviews, it's overall pleasant, despite its issues. Now, this is a Focus Home Entertainment published game, so Focused Home publishes a lot of AA games, and they've piqued my interest with the type of games they put out, because one of their other games that they published, Vampire, I ended up finishing that game on my YouTube channel, and I really liked that game. And I think they did other games too. I think they're doing The Surge. Let me see. Do I not have The Surge? I thought I did. Oh no, it is right here. Haha. Let me pick this up right now. And hello, Dylan. Finally, I get to stream. Yes, Focus Home Entertainment does The Surge and The Surge 2. Do they do this one? Yeah, and the Technomancer. I started playing the Technomancer for a bit, but then I stopped, because then I'm like, oh, I could maybe stream this later. But that's beside the point. Focus Home has been publishing games that seem very interesting. They may not be top-notch quality, but good enough to where it's a decent play, and, well, they ended up doing Call of Cthulhu. I'm a big fan of the Lovecraftian mythos. I may not know all of it, but I know enough, and I do have some of my favorite stories from H.P. Lovecraft, and this is one of them, but my most favorite is At the Mountains of Madness. Can't wait for a game like... I think there is a game similar to that, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I'm not sure what to expect for Call of Cthulhu, despite the reviews I've seen. So I'm play this game with an open mind. And so, this is Omnes Stall. Here we go as we enter madness. Adjust brightness. I'll just keep it the same. I have no need to change brightness. My TV's gonna ruin it all anyways. Alright. New game. Empty slot. Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Okay. So far I can see that the loading screen is a lot faster than in Vampire. The loading screens in Vampire were pretty long. But anyway, I think this is a different studio than the one who did Vampire, right? Not studio. Yeah, studio, right? Different studio that did Vampire. Yeah. Oh wow! Don't Nod help make the game for Vampire. Not Call of Cthulhu, but Vampire. They're the same people that did the... Well, their name is On Life is Strange, so that's kind of funny. But anyway, let's continue. Oh. Are those bodies? Is that guts? That's a giant shark. Okay, I guess he's stunned. Or I don't know. It's fish intestines. Game saved. Alright. This is an interesting start to the game. Move. Okay, before we move on, I just realized that I probably should check the settings. Graphic, that doesn't matter. Game. On. Crosshair. Detection. I'll leave the crosshairs off. Sound. That's fine. Control. Camera sensitivity. I guess we'll hold up, was it? Invert. No, I don't need to invert anything. Alright, resume. Oh cool, there's a crouch. Do I need the crouch? Giant shark. This place must smell really badly with all these shark carcasses. I can crouch. Does that mean I can't open this? Nope. Okay then. What does that affect? Is that a lamp? Counter darkness. You must light up some areas in order to interact with them. Okay. X to pick up an object. Hurricane lamp. Okay, bolt cutter. Is there anything else I can take? I can't jump. Is there no jumping in this game? Okay, triangle takes on and off. Cue baby shark music. It's nothing important here then. Back here? Whoa. Into the abyss. Okay. Looks like L2 is to move fast. Okay. L1, R1 is lean left and right. R2 I guess is the shoot or light thing. Crouch. X is to interact, put away. I wonder what square will do. What is this? Touchpad doesn't do anything. Touchpad doesn't do anything. Can't jump into the boat, but yeah, that was that was a big shark. And it quoteth Jaws. We're gonna need a bigger boat. Is that music? I'm sorry, is that the background music, or is that like...
Fate inescapably draws you on.
I guess. So eerie. Let's oh, I can't cut that. Okay. Alright. Can you hear me alright? Can you hear me okay? Can I see anything? No. Well, is this like... Are we in the after? That's an orca.
What a putrid offering.
Well, if they're dead, obviously they're putrid. Am I arguing with an elder god? Yeah.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Don't fight. I have been chosen. I can run with L2. Okay, is there anything out here that I can, Jeez, that's blinding me. Okay. What have I been chosen for?
Everything has already been written.
They have no face.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
The transitions are a little weird. Oh, it's a nightmare.
I hate whiskey.
Should try vodka. Ah, consult diary. Here we go. That's what the touchpad does. Pierce Investigation Agency. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency after the Great War decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows another. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. My old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Okay, so these are my skills. Do I have any skill points to give up? Spot hidden. Eloquence. For CP. Okay, so I have no available CP character points. So these are my starting stats. Medicine, occultism. So, okay, hold up. Investigation, 3 out of 5. Investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object and of picking locks. Cool. Spot hidden. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Improving this skill increases your chances of finding hidden objects. Obviously. An undiscovered object will not appear in-game. Psychology. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill increases your chances of understanding the motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or on the analysis of objects. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving this skill increases your chance of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and of expressing your knowledge of the myth. Medicine. Medicine represents your medical knowledge. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the doses of a drug, of making a diagnosis, or of expressing your understanding of a medical problem. Okay. Alright. Strength. That's obvious. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. Improving this skill increases your chances of forcing doors or mechanisms or of using violence, physical or verbal, during interactive discussions. Eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by your power of speech. Improving this skill increases your chances of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Okay. And then sanity. Mental trauma. Huh. So my sanity is stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. So I guess over time I'm gonna lose my mind. Nightmares. So this is my first mental trauma. Nightmares. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from the enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Dark water, no information, places, the occult. Clues, nothing in Chapter 1. I have an inventory, a lighter. Lost Battalion, 10-7-18. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Here's my knowledge, nothing. I know nothing. And then the case, Pierce Investigation Agency. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me?
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Huh? Jonathan?
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
That sounds like Jonathan.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed. I used to be an avid reader.
Like an American accent Jonathan from Vampire. Dagon. Yeah, that's true.
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract
That's right.
top-notch cases.
I'm not leaving.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. Husband couldn't understand it.
It's definitely Jonathan though. Cyanide Studios, Maximum Games. Get Vampire here. Maximum Games. Okay, so there's some familiar names on both the Vampire box and the Call of Cthulhu one, so maybe they use the same actors. That's interesting. So it says Sublin never understood his wife had left him, kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend, the husband couldn't understand it. That's funny. Case closed.
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Huh. The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against the private detective who's got proof against you. Huh. Item obtained, case solved. Is there anything?
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
What is all this? Boston hit by the most severe blizzard in years, snow paralyzing traffic. It doesn't seem like that in any way, shape, or connected.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, I can reallocate my points. 5 CP. Spot hidden, 1 CP. Let's do psychology, eloquence, medicine. 1 CP for before next level. 5 CP till next level. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay. Alright. Investigation 4, expert. Actually, no. I should really think this through. As much as I want to increase my investigation. Novice. Psychology amateur. 4. 2. So now I'm an amateur in medicine. I have 4 left. Should I increase psychology? Eloquence? What should I do? No, occultism would be important. But at this point, it's not exactly what a detective would think of right now. So... psychology, maybe? I feel like I'm veering towards psychology. What do you think, Dylan? Psych? I was thinking of psych as well. Let's see, I will love to evaluate your choices and character points and give some kind of psych evaluation and maybe medicine. Wait. Psych. I'm thinking psychology. This is what I'm thinking. So then if I get any more character points, I can put it in investigation. Some more into eloquence. And a little bit more in medicine. And then at some point start with the occult, because weird stuff is going to be going on. Yeah. So spot hidden is professional, psychology professional, amateur, novice. Alright. Validate. Yes.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date.
Thanks.
And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll.
Huh.
Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
It's Jonathan. It's definitely Jonathan.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me,
I can skip this?
it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead.
You're old, dude.
Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
You brought me a
Is
painting,
that all
dude.
you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay. Alright. Let's open my diary. Let's see. So there's more to his diary right here in Pierce Investigation Agency, so despite the treatment, I can hear voices in my dreams, but they're different. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so examine the painting, Hawkins file. What's my stats? Darkwater, clues, inventory. So nothing new.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Hey, yo, that picture on the far right, that looks like an older Jonathan if he didn't turn into a vampire. Shipping label. Some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address, Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report. It says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decided on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? An article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life there with their only son, Simon. Examine the Hawkins file. So let's look at the clues they gave us. Well, these are the clues. A little flat. But okay, those are all the clues that we have. Is there anything else? Oh, knowledge. For Mr. Pierce. Okay, examine the painting.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
Ex Oblivion.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Let's see. So, okay, let's...
Her husband was a big deal on the island. The police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Indeed.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Huh.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I don't.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
Unless I
All
die
right.
in the end.
I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
I'm sorry.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Huh?
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. I wonder why I still take these things.
Huh. Obtained sleeping pills. Don't drink. I'm on a case. That's not important. Oh. Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known to the civilized world. It details symptoms and suitable treatment. Ooh. View the character sheet. Huh. Okay. So, different objects I find can help me learn about new things. That's cool. Nothing there.
I used to be an avid reader.
Kind of. But it gave me a different... He gave me a really different vibe. Let's see.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Okay, so then this is the book I need.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with many of the memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Alright then.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Alright, is there anything else I can do? Nah, I'm not gonna take a drink. There's no need. Let's head out. Gained 1 character point. Trophy earned, the Sarah Hawkins case. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Oh, William Marshall, the dude with the antlers, right? That was William Marshall, right? No. No. No, that wasn't. No, that's someone else. Never mind. I know it wasn't that long since I played Vampire, but... stolen. Yeah, the old vampire at the end. I don't remember his face. He kind of appeared and died. I could always look over my old videos to, you know, see him again, but it's all well and good. I'll take a sip of water here. Oh, that's a good point. Let's stop talking about vampire. Yeah, let's not talk about vampire no more. Oh, Enter the Madness. Focus Home Interactive presents a game by Cyanide Studio.
Almost there.
Call of Cthulhu. Pero almost there. Scylla. Where's Charybdis? Kind of. As the feeling of Dagon, or
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Then why'd you take 2 boxes out, my dude?
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
It's Jonathan.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great pain to what a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Yeah, I like when a person talks and you're moved to go look at them. It gives me a Fallout vibe, like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas. You walk around, hey, you there. Immediately pans to the person's face. What are you doing here? Alright. Talk to Fitzroy. Signature, go to the bar, talk to Bradley. Okay. Can I speak to this person? No, I cannot. Welcome to Darkwater. Everything that I see in this game, we're gonna have to take with a grain of salt, because it is a AA game. So there's gonna be some things that's gonna make us go, huh?
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Shysters.
Cops, they can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
Don't treat me like another one of these locals. You're completely overwhelmed, and you could do with reinforcements.
What are you thinking? That you can call the National Guard to an island like Darkwater? For a stranded fish? Gosh darn, Mr. Not Like Another One of these locals. Go give your valuable advice somewhere else, huh? Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. Don't put that beast back in the water, you...
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't
no way
understand.
to
You're
treat
not
Well,
sailors.
I ruined
that's
that
a
moment.
sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Well,
Cops, they can't understand.
I ruined that. So I'll go to the bar. Is this the bar?
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful.
What a punk. Hello.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
What
In my
a
bar, we
bastard.
don't serve troublemakers.
Whole test eloquence.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manner.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well. Which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
Nice.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
She.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
I think we'll get along well.
This will affect your destiny. Really? A drink? A drink will affect my destiny?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it.
But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Why this stranded whale?
I guess this bar has been here a long time.
It does sound
What
like
can I
we could
tell
do it in
you?
LA.
I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What
Alright.
can you tell me about it?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay.
How does he know
I
I'm a
don't know what it's
PI?
worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Hmm. Yeah. Should I talk to him about something else? These sound like really rude statements.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about it?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah? Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Talk to Fitzroy. Hello.
What you looking at, stranger?
She can certainly put them away.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Fair enough.
You like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
That
true.
the turn of his head is so
Everything
devastatingly
happened
like
just
not
as
normal.
It says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
I'll talk to him in a bit, but
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
oh. The Shanty, 21st May 1847. Miraculous catch. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. Had given up hope, the crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The Locusts immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of formidable toothless whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told of a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshop, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. I'm wondering if the whale they caught wasn't exactly the miraculous catch they expected. Interesting, they got a whole bunch of new stuff. So this is Occult. Art of Sarah Hawkins. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others, Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Oh, these are characters, the inhabitants. Let's go back to the occult though. It's strange how the memory seems so alive, as if it was maintained by the survivors. Places. Let's go to the inhabitants. Stephen Webster, a wealthy businessman, well respected in Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in order to investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Deceased, Charles Hawkins, was a local celebrity on Darkwater. The heir of a ship owner family, he used to travel a lot. He met Sarah Hawkins during his trip in Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They had a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. Deceased, Sarah Hawkins, painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress, known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continue seek the truth. Continue seek the truth. That sentence is really poorly written. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continue seek the truth. Do you mean continues to seek the truth? Yeah. This game has some issues. Simon Hawkins, age 11, schoolboy, only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. Age 55, Roy Mitchell, owner of the Stranded Whale Bar. Roy Mitchell runs the only bar on Darkwater. Prohibition has no hold on the stranded whale, and sailors come to seek some comfort in Mitchell's whiskey. The man therefore knows, more than anyone, that the secrets and rumors that the inhabitants of the island exchange for after a few glasses. Mitchell is devoted to the golden age of whale hunting, if the numerous trophies that decorate his establishment are anything to go by. The man will talk freely on this subject on which he is so keen, but he will be far less enthusiastic if one was to inquire about his source of liquor. Places. Island of Darkwater. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island, whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, and with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by a collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on this island that is still profitable is its medical institute. That's interesting. Well, again, we'll take all this with a grain of salt. Darkwater Port. At the entrance of the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up here, and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and the mainland. Here the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. The Stranded Whale. A bar where liquor is served with total impunity. It's the last thing I expected to find when I arrived on this island. The Stranded Whale is its name, and it's managed with an iron hand by the owner, a certain Mitchell. He does not tolerate troublemakers, and he fiercely protects the identity of his supplier. All the inhabitants of the area seem to go there, and I even saw what looks to be a truce between the bootleggers and the sailors. Let's see, Pierce. So I have one CP available. Oh, maybe I should have invested some initial character points to medicine and occultism, because apparently I can't increase it unless I find stuff in the environment. But I can change all of this. I'm gonna wait until I get more. Hello, good sir.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
This dude has scars on his body. Look at that. Scars and, like, tattoos on him.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
My dude, you're losing your mind.
He said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You said
Members of the asylum. Is there anything else here that piqued my interest? No. Can't talk to her. So I guess I've got no choice but to go talk to Fitzroy.
You're already in trouble.
Come on, can we sort this
There's
out?
nothing for you here
She's
either.
half drunk.
Beat it.
There's nothing to sort out. Your chum wanted to stir us up.
But you can stay to watch it.
Hi there. Okay, so nothing really to do. I really ruined it with this dude.
They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots.
Talk to you? No.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way.
Alright, so we need to talk to Fitz. Hello. A lantern. What is that doing here? That's interesting. That's funny. Instead of a lantern, I have a lighter. How ominous this place is.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
Bathroom. Nothing to do here. How can a door that opens inward also open outward? That's funny.
A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Volume 2. Teaches ethics and good practice to medical staff. Medical progression. It's probably haunted, my dude. Map. Nothing up there.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Photograph of Captain Fitzroy. In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh, the peg leg. Interesting. What does that tell me, though? NCP I'm not going to use. Clues. Nothing of note. Chapter 1. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks that this is linked to the death of his daughter. Inventory. Knowledge. Effect seems to be wearing off. Volume 1. The Atlantic. Oops. Knowledge, and then medical stuff. So I end up compiling all this information. Huh.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Captain, the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Cat. With that information, can I go talk to the lady? Catherine? I'm assuming the name is Catherine.
I told you to beat it.
Alright, Cat. That's so funny. That's really funny to me. Doors that open inwards can also open outwards. Yeah, I already looked at everything, so talk to you then.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
Oh, they're here.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the documents is blacked out. Who would want this information hidden? Interesting. So I'm gonna meet Fitzroy about the docks.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Okay. Talk about... Ha-ha! What is the miraculous catch?
Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailors' return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What?
No.
I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that. But She terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Is that Captain Ahab talking of the great white whale? No. Something worse.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
What was that noise?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. Can you tell me where the warehouse is again?
Look, I've already shown it to you. It's the one with the cop on guard duty out front. You can't miss it.
Understood. Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Gained 1 CP. Consult diary. Case. Alright, so let's see here. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the city, the sky. They were so low, they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circle the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. He may have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found on the Hawkins in the archives of the Harbor Master's office. I learned nothing from Fitzroy's documents, but I did get confirmation on what I'd been suspecting since Boston. The warehouse mentioned on the shipping label of Senator Hawkins' paintings belonged to the Hawkins. It's on the docks. I must find a way to get into it. Huh. They've moved. Alright, so let's explore the city. Also the bar, just in case. Pardon me, my dudes.
I told you to beat it.
Got it. Nothing's changed. Time to see the rest of Darkwater. At least most of it. Can't go up there. Hello.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
What's with their heads, like, moving a little too awkwardly to, like, one side?
I shall take my leave.
Later. Is this warehouse 13? Hello.
A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Okay, so that touches on that, but I'm not going to touch that just yet. Hidden object, hidden object. Is there anything else hidden here?
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Hello. This part enables heavy loads to be lifted and held.
This ratchet device seems to be usable. It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Okay. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Let me go out to the warehouse. Let me go out to the warehouse. So, just to see if there's any, like, conversation that I might miss by going somewhere else.
Shysters, you're crazy. They're cops. They can't.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
Can I talk to you? Nope. Anything over here of interest? Nope. Nope. Nope.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I've never heard of this saint. Is it a local belief?
But everyone knows St. Brendan, the Navigator.
He's the patron saint of whales and whalers.
What happened to the statue?
Go see for yourself. He's at the end of the jetty.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Your wish might come true.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Oh, hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
This boat is broken, though.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
With what money?
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Alligator?
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that you hid them somewhere in your hut, on the docks. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
So they left the warehouse unattended.
Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Huh.
What happened to the statue of St. Brendan? Dreadful.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
Huh.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Kat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes?
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope he had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
The cop.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Whole test to eloquence. I'm not going to try that just yet.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
Now, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Huh.
I bid you gentlemen farewell.
Interesting. Okay, then let's talk to the guy up in front.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone. You again. I told you to beat it.
No, you didn't.
No need to get worked up.
Okay. So let's... Oh, there's the statue. The statue of Saint Brennan. It's interesting that there's no jumping.
There.
Interesting.
Hello, old friend.
Bottle of liquor. Haha. That's funny. What was the point of me getting the bottle, though? Oh. Why is it covered in weird runes? Okay. Saint Brendan, the Navigator. Oh, his face is messed up.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Fitzroy? James Fitzroy is the captain of the Charybdis. Oh my god, he has the other ship. Scylla and Charybdis. Huh, that's interesting. Basically a rock and a hard place. He's the only boat that still sails between Darkwater and Boston. His base is the harbor master's office, from where he misses nothing that happens on the island. The inhabitants of Darkwater respect him. The bootleggers despise him. He offered to help me in my investigation. Interesting. Does the patron saint of whales and whalers still protect the sailors of Darkwater? Visibly there were other gods before Saint Brendan, and their worshippers do not seem to be of this opinion. The locals still worship the old saint, but a mark was made on the statue by another cult. Interesting. Alright, now we can go and see if we can head into the warehouse.
Oh yeah?
What could have done so much damage?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
I wonder if I can talk to Cat.
I told you to beat it.
Hello. Well, can't open that. Alrighty then. We'll just have to go the back way. Still there, Dylan?
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Am I missing a few more objects? Yeah, I'm probably missing a few more objects. What am I missing here? Oh. Cogwheel.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch. Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
Cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and sneak our way in.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
That is a very good point.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! Delusional investigator. Well, that got me. So I'm gonna say the oil was causing me hallucinations.
This is primitive.
There's a weird new sign there. Oh. Wait, is there anything else here? No? Okay. Let's climb up. Oh, I made it here.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
That's an excellent question. Pierce. Edward Pierce? Is that his name? So. One more point and I'll put it all in eloquence. This place is a place. Enter reconstruction. Interesting. Psychology.
What happened here? These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death. It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
Hello.
A petite Parisian. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins?
Interesting, interesting. What is this?
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
What is it, though? Is there anything else I've missed? Is this everything? Hawkins Warehouse. So have I seen everything in here? Yeah. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! The Hawkins case has been wound up. Let the dead rest in peace.
Hold test to psychology.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
What am I, James Bond, that everything's being given to me in a silver platter?
Please shut the door. And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
Those twitchy
this case
movements.
Has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Wow.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Probably.
Is it far, this mansion?
Who's looking through the window?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
I thought it burnt to the ground. Why is it still there? Trophy, the Strange High House. I believe this is chapter 3? Or are we still in chapter 1? No, chapter 3. The Garden of Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get to the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation, as well as a partly charred painting, interrupted in searching by Officer Bradley. Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. How many chapters are in this game? That felt really quick. Want to know how I got these scars? Cat did it. Is that someone breathing? Yeah, that's someone.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Interesting.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
Yeah, there's still a few more things I want to say.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Yeah, I've got more questions.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
This dude's facial expressions kinda
I prefer to be
don't transition very well.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Game saved, and let's see here. 4 CP. Alright. I'm gonna put it to Eloquence. So now we need 6 each. I'll be putting the 6 into investigation. And then spot hidden, then strength, then psychology, then eloquence. Sanity. Submerged city. While investigating the Hawkins warehouse, Pierce entered a partly submerged tunnel that ran under the docks. There something took hold of his arm and tried to drag him beneath the surface. Drowning, the detective caught glimpses of human and animal bodies, as well as an underground city. Pierce managed to make it back to the surface to discover that rather than tentacles, it was seaweed that had wrapped himself around his arm. The vision nevertheless disturbed him by its clarity and its violence. Oh, is there anything else I missed? Darkwater. Police officer. This hick cop likes order and justice. He's no great sleuth, but he seemed more inclined than his colleagues to discover the truth in the Hawkins case. The inhabitants of the island seemed to be friendly with him. He could help me in my investigation. Places. The manor. The Hawkins mansion is perched at the top of a steep cliff. The abandoned garden harbors the graves of the Hawkins family, and only the old caretaker, Silas Winchester, still roams this bleak spot. He protects it fiercely and still puts flowers on the graves of his old masters. It's a gloomy place. I keep doing this, I'm so sorry. Hawkins Warehouse. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life still attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, referably removed from the wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, press cutting, but it is the discovery of a partly charred painting, recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion, that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. Oh.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined, but the architecture seems too recent.
Hilltop household built in 1693 by Reverend John Wickwood. Oh, these are the graves. Okay. Sarah Hawkins. Charles Hawkins. Simon Hawkins.
Poor kid. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
I interrupted his talk.
Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
Anything behind the graves? Nah. Alrighty then. Is he gonna stay there? Alrighty then. Alright, to the mansion we go. Game saved. Caw, nevermore. Can't go down that way. Can try the first door then.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Yeah, this lighter doesn't do anything for me. Nothing. I didn't get any new... No, there's no new information.
This entrance is still in use.
Oh, that's a horrible transition.
Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do.
The terrible old man trophy.
Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Can I not talk to you anymore? The flow of this game is really interesting. 64. Caretaker of the Hawkins property. The old caretaker of the Hawkins family, Silas Winchester, still watches over the family graveyard. and the burnt-out mansion. Devoted to Charles Hawkins, whom he all but raised, he also has great respect for the memory of Sarah Hawkins and their child Simon. His long months of solitude in the abandoned property have made him very distrustful. Silas still puts flowers on the graves of Charles, Sarah, and Simon. Oh, wait. Inventory. I have a key to the tradesman entrance of the Hawking mansion. Hope it was worth the risk. Hey, hello, officer. I nearly died.
Shall we enter?
What now?
Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Fun and games? That wasn't fun and games, my dude.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
What was that echo? Chapter 3, Hawkins Mansion. Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins Mansion. The family lies in the graveyard of the property guarded by Silas Winchester. The old caretaker, still faithful to his employers, keeps watch on the place armed with an axe. His axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to the Hawkins Mansion. They enter the building looking for the scene of the fire. Bradley didn't help me with anything. I did that all myself. And it happened really quickly, too. I calmed him down really quickly. Let me have a sip of water here.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
That's disgusting.
This roast. What strange creature has flesh like this?
Yeah, that doesn't look normal.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
Hello.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
The heck is that? Hello.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Was that really everything? Did I really find everything?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
2 hours have passed, and I think it's time to end the stream. Interesting game. Pacing's a little odd, but then again, it's still just the beginning, so we'll see how this all ends out. So far so good, I think. I'm more confused than anything else, because there's a lot of information that I may have lost, question mark, and still a whole bunch more information to gain. And it's not very clear what gives me more character points to level up my character. So that's something that I would like to figure out. Aside from that, I guess we'll have to find out next week on Sunday what happens next in Chapter 3 and in Call of Cthulhu. That we're progressing through each chapter pretty quickly. Number 1 was barely anything. Chapter 2 was a little longer, but still short. So Chapter 3, we'll see how that goes. But I hope you enjoyed. Still a lot of questions being posed. Not enough answers, which is fine. Hopefully they can really fulfill the whole Lovecraftian eldritch fear into the game. That'd be great. Other than that, no other thoughts. Just curious. Very, very, very curious. Anywho, it is very, very late. I'm very tired. Very, very tired. And I'm sure you are too. So, this has been Omnes out. Thank you for watching. Until the next time, have a good night.